decided to do another chatty little update for Summerween Day 7 because right now everything is just in a state of chaos as I'm in my last couple of days before the move. I did finish We Don't Talk About Carol, and I think I'm going to give that a 3 star. This is a family mystery. It's about a woman who's diving into her family's past. She had an aunt, Carol, who went missing. No one ever looked for her. She's finding that out, and she wants to get to the bottom of it while she also has a billion other things going on in her life. And part of what made me rate it a little bit lower is because there are so many things going on in her life. I will say, if you don't want to read about infertility, this book's not going to be for you because that does take up a good portion of just what's going on in her personal life throughout the story. She's got stuff going on with her sister, with her mom, the trauma she got from her dad. It all makes sense because it's all looking at family in a different lens. Like even her own fertility struggles is part of understanding how she's thinking about family and the generational trauma that's passed down through her. It makes sense, but it almost felt like a little bit too much for me because it felt like we were only ever inching along in each part of the story rather than really moving things along. And I was hoping that the focus would be more of the mystery. I don't know, but I do think it had a satisfying conclusion. There was a surprise at the end. I wasn't expecting it to go the way that it did with how everything wrapped up. It has a nuanced ending. I do think this could be a good book club pick because you could talk about that. How did you feel about the ending? Did you see it coming? Who are you siding with in the circumstance? How would you have handled this circumstance? And then there's a ton to talk about thematically in the book when it comes to family. And obviously, one of the big things in this book is the examination of the systemic injustice for missing Black women and children, especially when compared to missing white women and white children. I do believe this is the author's debut. I think the writing was good, the audiobook was intriguing, and I'd pick up another book from her in the future. And then I thought that I was going to be able to finish Adrift today, but I didn't quite make it. I do still have a little bit to go in the story. So I'll finish this one tomorrow, and then for my day 8 recap of Summerween, I'll tell you my final thoughts of Adrift, and I'll wrap up all the books that I read over Summerween and just how the readathon went for me. In positive news, I did say a couple days ago that I was getting sick. I am feeling better, so thank you for all the well wishes. And I'm ready to wrap this book up and wrap up Summerween. So I'll see you tomorrow for the final day.